Welcome to Mystery Movie Madness, where we are going to need somebody to be the new watch commander. I'm your host, The Collector, and joining me is a man who seriously thinks, don't be a cop if you want to live to 100. It's Joe McCrispy.
I got nothing to add, just a well-known fact.
And also joining us is someone who is always asking, where does it say that a gunshot wound requires a rectal exam? It's K-Tron.
I'm asking for a friend.
And also joining us is a very special guest who wants you to know that all your Harry Potter books will burn. It's Jet Mike.
What's up, everybody? Happy to be here.
How's things, Mr. Jet Mike?
Things are awesome because I'm on this show and I have a day off from work, so all's good.
Hey, that's what it's all about.
Wow.
So for those of you just joining us, McCrispy, you want to go ahead and tell everyone what this podcast is about?
Welcome to Mystery Movie Madness, where we each have a film and we have to give out clues and try and guess each other's film. Whoever guesses the films gets nothing.
That's not true.
Oh
They
yeah,
get
you get to pick next episode's topic. So you get something. A punishment.
What is this, punked?
Yes.
So this particular episode is about buddy cops. So if you don't know what a buddy cop movie is, usually it's two cops that are both buddies, as in friends. Sometimes they hate each other and become friends. Other ones where they're a loner and they don't need a partner, but then they end up finding a cohesive agreement with each other and achieve a certain goal. I don't know about you guys, but I changed my movie at least 13 times.
No, I think I figured mine
I knew
out
my
right
movie
away.
the second I saw it. Yeah.
Mine, I thought of this movie of when I was a child. I'm like, this movie's so great. And then I searched it and I'm like, oh, this is the name. And I watched the trailer beforehand. I'm like, this is not the movie I was thinking of.
You're forgetting one detail. One of the guys usually does not drive a cop car. It's always some other vehicle that's not a cop car.
That usually does happen in most of these movies.
Do you guys know I wrote a buddy cop movie once?
What? How do we
Yeah.
not know this?
I have. It never got filmed, and I don't know if I ever actually finished it. But it was a movie called Two Dudes, and it was essentially because we decided there would be two dudes as the first buddy cop movie. The sequel would be Two Dudes 2. And then the third one would be called No Dudes, and it would be like a gender swap where it was like ladies instead.
You should have three dudes.
Like a brief synopsis of what was supposed to happen, at least in the first one.
I know there was gonna be on Halloween, and they were gonna find like somebody dead dressed as one of the Harry Potter characters, and then they were gonna make Harry Potter jokes. So it's kind of funny that like you brought that up, but it was gonna be like Halloween buddy cop film. Never came about though.
It definitely sounds amazing. That's all I'm gonna say.
It would have been peak cinema, personally.
I can just think of so many puns with Halloween and with Harry Potter. You know what I mean?
It was gonna be like so many different Halloween costumes. It was inspired after watching some of Jet Mike's movies, I think, that I was like, oh man, do I ever have a movie? But I didn't quite get there as far as he did.
All right. Well, with that being said, Jet Mike, do you happen to know how police officers tell time?
With their cop watch,
Is that like stopwatch, but cop watch?
like musical.
I'm envisioning a wristwatch, but it's like a cop and it's his arms moving, like one maybe
Yeah.
a baton or a gun or something like that.
Like Mickey Mouse, but a cop,
Yes.
yeah.
It's like a watch, but instead of being like how it usually is, it's just like turned sideways.
That's right. It's time for Killer Trivia.
It's time for killer trivia, so go and tell your mom. It's time for killer trivia, for your sake, don't be wrong. It's time for killer trivia, we hope you play along, cause it's time for killer trivia.
Well, K-Tron, for those of you who are just joining us, you want to go ahead and tell us what Killer Trivia is?
Sure. Killer trivia is when we read each other some horror movie trivia to decide our turn order.
All right, so since this was my episode, I'm going to go last. We're going to put McCrispy first, we'll go Jet Mike second, and K-Tron third. How's that sound?
I personally agree with this order.
In The Ring, 2002.
Oh, I got this.
How many days After watching the sinister videotape,
Come on.
does one meet their doom?
Bullshit.
I wonder. It could be in 7 days.
Jet Mike, what do you got?
Since 7 was already taken, I will say 7 2/4.
I'm gonna go with 3.5 days.
I'm gonna assume something got lost in translation, so 5 days, because they're Americans, so they're impatient.
It'd be really funny if we all got it wrong. It's just some other random timestamp that's just not accurate.
Nope, you win, McCrispy. 7 it is.
It just goes, it's actually 9.
What?
All right, McCrispy, what would you like for the turn order?
K-Tron, you go first because you win too much.
What the hey?
Collector, you never win, so you can go second. The guest can go third, so Jet Mike's third, and I'll go fourth because I'm lazy. I think that fits pretty well.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess K-Tron, go ahead and give us your first clue.
Sure. Let's kick things off fun with a quote. Sorry to interrupt your erection, pal, but we'd like to speak to the management of this facility.
That was like Western, sci-fi, and just porn all at once. That just all that entered my brain just now.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
No.
What?
Well, inside of the movie is a spy movie, so I figured maybe she did a McCrispy loophole.
And there was an erection?
I don't know. I just assumed someone had an erection in that movie.
No.
That's why Pee-wee acts like that. He has an erection the entire time. Okay.
Is it 48 hours?
It is not.
Any guesses, McCrispy?
No, I feel laughing fit at the idea of Pee-wee having an erection the entire time.
Stop. A man is dead.
Well, I guess I'll give a clue to my movie on that. My movie takes place during Christmas time.
Ooh.
Lethal Weapon.
No.
Lethal Weapon 2.
No.
Police Academy 4.
I'm trying to think. Was that one during Christmas time? That was Citizens
I
on
don't
Patrol,
know.
wasn't it?
There's 9 of them. I don't know.
Citizens on Patrol.
Have you heard the word out on the street? There's a new kind of heat that's walking the beat. Citizens on patrol. Cause the neighborhood folks won't take no more. They got bars on the windows, locks on the doors. Clean the streets.
It was not Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol.
Lethal Weapon 3.
Okay, was I right? Was there 9?
I think there's only 7 police academies,
And no.
the third one, I believe Lethal Weapon did not take place during Christmas time, K-Tron, so you are wrong.
That was not me. That was McCrispy.
I'm confusing which police movie already.
The third one had the ninjas, right? I know one of them just had ninjas for some reason.
There was no ninjas, was there?
In the third one, they went against the Yakuza and they just had ninjas.
Oh, wait, we're
And
not
on the
talking
7th
about.
one, they go to Moscow.
Wait, we're not.
No, Lethal Weapon.
Oh. No, Police Academy. Come on.
In
Mission to
Police
Moscow.
Academy, they don't have
You're thinking of Police Academy 4.
Oh, that had ninjas.
Yeah.
I see.
I love how all your police movies are now revolving around the 4th installment of the franchise.
There was 4 Lethal Weapons. I'm way out of touch, I guess.
Yes, there was 4.
So no Lethal Weapons?
No Lethal Weapons, no police academies.
Oh,
Are you
okay,
sure?
okay.
Are you not just hiding one? And because we didn't say it, you can hide it.
Hide that with the subtitle? No. Or am
Better
I?
not. Let's just cross out Police Academy because we're not guessing the subtitles.
Well, speaking of someone who actually did go to the police academy, Jet Mike, you're up.
Got that right.
I didn't know that.
That's why I'm the man I am today.
Can you imagine he just picks up cars like Hightower?
Hell yeah, he does.
All right, I'm going to give you the star right off the top. All right, this 1995 Chuck Norris film, written and directed by his younger brother Aaron, has a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Oh.
What
Chuck
was
Norris threatened them all.
what was the dog movie, K-Tron?
That he was in.
Yeah. Not
Okay.
K9.
K10.
Rin Tin Tin Canine Cop.
No.
It's going to be difficult because I'm not the biggest of Chuck Norris fans.
You can't say that. We're gonna like get laughed off the face of the internet now. Good job.
Now I wish I did Turner and Hooch, because another dog, like a dog is a buddy, right? That's a buddy cop
Yes,
film.
I figured you would have done Turner and Hooch.
Does a Dog's Purpose count? Because it had one cop segment. Maybe, I don't know. Dog's Purpose.
If it was a dog porn, it would be Turner and Smooch.
Is he kissing the dog? That was a
No,
sloppy
totally.
mouth dog too. That was like a drilly one.
Stop. Stop. I don't need to know the details on the dog's kiss game.
That dog got the ruse.
Stop.
Well, speaking of someone who has been known to smooch a dog or two, McCrispy, you're up.
Listen. It was a one-time thing that happened last week. Anyway, let me get my little Evil Dead notebook here. Okay. I can't read
The
my own
dog
handwriting.
kissing sound.
Stop. Okay, my movie has. It's about a child murder case. That's what the movie's about. It's about child murder. You dig? You doing the child murdering with me, dog? You
Now,
get it?
was it multiple children or one child?
Trying to remember. One child, although it's speculated there could have been more, but no, it's one child.
Your movie, Face Off.
Nope.
That's buddy cop, right?
I don't know. What
I
that movie
get.
is.
Well, yeah, because technically
Okay.
it's the same cop. It's just with the same face.
No, I don't think that movie counts.
Sean Archer here. Who's calling? Well, if you're Sean Archer, I guess I'm Castor Troy.
Child murder movie. How did the child die?
I don't gotta tell you that.
Hmm.
Wait, is your movie 7?
No. 7 what?
Because she was pregnant.
Deadly Sins?
What? No.
Was it Chapter 1?
No.
It Chapter 2?
Is there even cops in that movie?
Probably.
Oh, wait.
There's not a single cop in Derry. No.
No,
That's
no, that's
funny.
not true. In the remake, the father was a cop, and he gets killed by his own gun. Or is that a knife?
It was a knife, and he was not a cop.
I
He just
ruined
had
my
a
joke
gun.
about how the buddy was the weapon that killed him. So,
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
No, he wasn't a cop. I don't think he just had a gun on him.
anyways, speaking of
Child murder?
child murder,
I like to think that the It clown just went into multiple towns, but got shot to pieces and just had to find a town with no cops.
well, I believe didn't he stay in Derry for like hundreds of years and just came back?
Yeah,
every
because it's the
30?
only place without cops.
Well, anyways, K-Tron, you're up.
In my movie, there is a fish tank that is actually not real. There's just like fake fish in it. And then there's at least like 2 more fish tanks that feature prominently in this movie that actually have fish in them. And I'm not sure why exactly.
No way.
Is your movie Lethal Weapon 2?
No.
I thought we were down with lethal weapons already, but okay.
I just know that's the only fish tank. Well, Bad Boys 1.
No.
Bad boys, what you gonna do when they make a 5th one? Are we on 5 or 4? I'm
4.
90% sure on
4.
Aw, I was wrong.
Is your movie Miami Vice?
It is not.
Miami Heat.
Trying to think of how many fish
Nope.
tank cop movies I know. Apparently not a lot.
Well, I'll give you a little more. The scene with the fish tank with no real fish also features coffee drinking in the office and an old computer and smoking in the office, even though this is clearly a police facility.
Your movie is Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
It is not.
Oh,
That doesn't count for a multitude of reasons, but okay.
what do you
I'm
mean?
just
Animals are his
saying.
friends, but he's not really a cop. He's a detective. A private detective.
He's a detective who doesn't work with anybody.
He's a private detective, but his friend works at the police station.
He does have a buddy cop. That's
See?
right.
No, he doesn't.
Or
He doesn't
cop
work
buddy.
with him though. He just mentions having a friend there,
Tone Locus is very good friend.
and he doesn't appear in the sequel.
All I really want to know is, Jet Mike, New England clam chowder, what color?
White
Beige.
or red? No. The password. White or red?
I'm gonna go white.
I don't remember it either.
Neither do I.
I do remember the band that was playing, though. Do you know the band that was playing in the nightclub?
I don't remember.
That would be White Zombie.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the password? New England clam chowder. Is that the red or the white? I can never remember that.
All right, well, quit stalling, K-Tron. Oh, you already gave us a clue. All right, I'll quit stalling,
Yes, I
K-Tron. All right, my movie features creepy robots that serve no purpose.
Yes. Let's go, creepy robots.
Like, the whole time I'm like, why the F are these robots? And then it's never explained again.
Oh, I know what to say to piss everyone off.
Rocky movie with the robot.
No, it's not the Rocky, but I did think of that. I'm like, is this the movie? What? I don't, no.
Well, time to piss everyone off. Iron Giant.
It is not Iron Giant, although there is cops in that movie. That's a good one, McCrispy.
No.
Short Circuit 2.
No.
Los locos kick your ass! Los locos kick your face! Los locos kick your balls into outer space!
The Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
No.
That would have been a damn good one. I should have picked that.
That guy's a cop.
Damn.
I forgot.
Is it Let's Be Cops?
Nope.
I've never seen the second Sonic there. I said it. I was not interested enough.
Oh, it's cute. It's better than the first one.
I thought it was pretty good.
I like Tails myself, so
I might watch it, but I just wasn't interested at the time.
Yeah.
Any other guesses?
No.
Not really.
No. All right. Well, speaking of someone that is the Donut Lord, you're up, Jet Mike.
You know me so well. All right, the film opens at an underground white supremacist rally with someone delivering a hate sermon, and it cuts to a building exploding, and then immediately cuts to a peppy harmonica tune over the film title.
I see.
Which is the film title is
The Red Wagon.
your film is The Red Wagon.
See, I don't know Chuck Norris movies. That's the problem.
When I did Action USA, is your movie Action USA?
Invasion USA?
That's the one.
But no.
When I did that movie, that was maybe my first and only Chuck Norris movie so far. Besides the one with Sidekicks, right? That's what it's called.
Mm.
With Jonathan Brandis.
Was it Expendables 2? I know he's in that.
No, good guess.
Was it just like a Pantera concert?
I fully have not thought about this man in so long, and it's all rushing back to me.
Does Chuck Norris fuck with Pantera? I bet he does.
Oh, fucking A right he does.
Yeah.
All right, McCrispy, how about no
Yeah,
no one's
let's
gonna
go.
guess Jet Mike. She's making it to the end.
Yeah, no, we'll give up on his.
McCrispy, go ahead and give us a clue.
All right. What? I didn't write down this clue, but there's torture.
What kind of torture?
I don't gotta tell you that. All I know is that some guy gets tortured and you can hear him screaming. And you see him get tortured and he's screaming.
Does it have to do with his genitals? They like to do that in the films.
No. What
Okay.
films are you watching that have genital testiculation?
Is it
That's true, multiple.
Lethal Weapon 1?
No, that movie doesn't have testicles in it.
He's being tortured in the back room, and then eventually they say they're going for his testicles. Then he does the jump kick, neck break.
Like I said, all right, listen. If you don't tell us in the next 5 minutes, I'm taking your testicles. In fact, don't bother. I'm taking your testicles.
See what I
So
don't get
Lethal
in
Weapon 2.
in the testicle torture, right? So you're being tortured, right? So I'm torturing Jet Mike, and I don't know.
wow, okay.
He's got a nuclear bomb, but I want it, right? So I'm gonna torture him to get it. And I look at him and go, I'm gonna cut your testicles off. Once I cut his testicles off, I don't think he's gonna give a shit. So I don't understand who has the power here.
I don't think anyone wants to lose their testicles. I think that he would give up before the scissors got that close.
Yeah, but let's say he
And
tried to call my bluff and I cut him off. You think he's gonna tell me?
When you do testicular torture, you don't cut it off. You just like beat on it, and it's really painful. You don't just cut off the sack.
Yeah, I think maybe that's where you're going wrong. You have to do something that like you can come back from, I guess.
In the casino, Nicky Sancho said they put ice picks in his balls. Like, you don't just cut it off. That's how you bleed
You
to
should
death.
probably lead up to the testicular stuff. Like,
Oh, yeah.
cut off a finger, then lead to like, wow, he's crazy enough to cut off my finger. Maybe I'll be scared enough that he's gonna cut off something else.
Hypothetically, Jet Mike, if I was to threaten you with testicular, I guess, homicide, would you give up the nuclear weapon?
So once you reach a certain age, the testicles don't matter as much. But if you threaten to cut off my penis, that would be worse, and I'd be more likely.
See, that's where I'm going wrong, apparently.
You hear that, kids? Let him take your testicles, but keep your penis.
Try this at home.
Oh my God, I hope kids aren't listening.
Oh, they are.
A man's got to pee.
Well, Jet Mike, since you still have your testicles, how about you give us another clue?
Oh, Jimmy, cover your ears.
Oh man! All right, how am I going to top that?
Yeah.
All right, police partners Lou and Reno follow the bombing suspects to their boat and are shot dead and thrown overboard. The shot ends with a surprise he's alive, Reno swimming away, and there's an immediate cut to a bright day with more peppy music. And this is how we meet Jake, Reno's new partner.
Did you just like write down the synopsis of this movie? Like,
I
you
wrote it
just
down as
gave
I
us-
watched it.
yeah, well,
So-
okay. And
yeah.
that's how you're going to give it, right?
Yeah, we're not
Well,
going to
yeah,
guess it. He
because
can
then
say
it
whatever
would,
he
then it would
wants.
be messed up if I gave later ones, and then you're like, wait, what's the middle part?
You son of a bitch. You chose a movie you knew that we didn't know, so you could just tell us what the whole movie's about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, this was the first time I watched it.
You son of a bitch.
I definitely have nothing for that one, but I did realize that I jumped turns. So, is there any guesses for Jet Mike first?
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
No, I do not know the shot for shot what Jet Mike's movie is.
I mean, sometimes I write down some like ideas for what people's movies might be, and there's absolutely no Chuck Norris movies.
Yep.
So we're screwed.
He deleted himself from your memory.
All right, K-Tron, how about you give us a clue?
All right, so like McCrispy said earlier, how the police in these movies are almost never in an actual police car. So my buddy cops are not. They are in a 1960 Chevy Impala convertible that is red with some white wall tires.
48 Hours?
No, And I will-
Showtime.
no. I will also
it.
tell you that one of the cops tries to apply lipstick while the car is moving, and it is going terribly wrong.
Oh my God, I just realized that this whole time I've been waiting to stick rental cops in this movie. I mean, in this podcast, and this would have been the perfect one for buddy cops. Is it rental cops?
It's not that. I don't know what that is.
I'm not even gonna tell you what it is.
I'm trying to guess that.
Wait a minute, I could have done Last Action Hero.
You
Yeah.
could have.
Are you shitting me?
You dropped every ball, apparently.
Oh my goodness. That's all because it stemmed from that stupid HBO movie that I didn't even remember was the wrong title, and I screwed myself all up.
You fell down a rabbit hole and then ended up with the movie you have now.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm trying to guess that red card. That's a serial killer.
K-Tron, is it Starsky and Hutch?
Sherry?
It is not.
No.
No, it is Beverly Hills Ninja.
No.
Beverly Hills Ninja 2, Beverly Hills Harder.
No.
Wait a minute. Is it Last Action Hero?
No.
No.
You were so mad the last time you thought that I chose Last Action Hero.
I feel like if anyone's gonna undermine me with Last Action Hero on this podcast, it is you, K-Tron.
I will tell you, in the spirit of Beverly Hills Cop or Beverly Hills Cop Ninja. Wait, no, is it Beverly Hills Ninja?
Yeah.
In the spirit of Beverly Hills, this movie does take place in California.
California. Nope, just dead silence.
Knows how to
okay.
party.
Yeah.
What's the?
Is your
what's
movie
the-
Chips?
No. What does CHIP stand for, Jet Mike? Do you know?
California Highway Patrol.
What's the
F.
I? Interstate?
Yeah, the I is small, so it goes with H.
Oh, okay. And what's the S?
There's two. They're
Highway
buddies.
There's two guys, yeah. Plural.
Oh, okay, thank you.
What is that killer car movie? It's a C name.
Christine.
I had it.
Yeah.
I
That's
just said it right
definitely
when you
not a
said it.
cop movie.
Nah.
I'm sure there's a sequel somewhere along the lines that is.
K-Tron, is it The Heat?
It's not The Heat.
I'll go ahead and give you another clue. The main character in my movie is described as Bruce Springsteen with a badge.
It's badass. That's the boss right there.
White chicks.
No, it is not White Chicks.
I think I picked that last time. That was a mistake.
It
Yeah.
is a good buddy cop movie, though.
I don't think, not anymore. It's not.
Is it R.I.P.D.? Did I say that?
It is not R.I.P.D., although that is a good one as well.
Oh, Hot Fuzz.
Nope, not Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz 2.
That doesn't exist.
Christmas, robots, Bruce Springsteen with a badge. Die Hard?
It is not Die Hard.
It's one of them. No, it's definitely one of them. Die Hard Forever.
Can you say that again, please?
Die Hard I meant to say Die Hard with a Vengeance, but then Die Hard Forever came out.
Forever.
Forever.
Nope.
Okay. Now
All right.
is it now back to me?
Yeah, so it will skip Jet Mike right now and bring it back to you, and then the order will start again, and everyone's caught up with each other.
Sure.
How about I just skip my turn now and then all right, here I go. My movie has like one of the shittiest blur effects I've ever seen. Like I was generally getting motion sickness looking at this thing.
Does it happen
When was the
once?
blur happening?
Yeah.
It just happens once towards the end, and I'm like looking, I'm like, oh my god, what am I looking at? Ugh.
Like the camera's moving and there's some sort of blur effect?
It's like something in the center, like I guess spinning, and I couldn't tell. It was just so fucking blurry. It just looked like a circle.
Sure, it
moving.
wasn't one of those like slow moving effect type thing because of something important
Maybe
happening.
it was. It was just blurred as hell, and I got sick looking at it.
So your clue is it's
Something looked bad.
yeah. Apparently, we all know what the blurriest things are that you've seen in movies, and this is the blurriest.
Well, if you know a buddy cop movie with a shitty blur effect, you could say it now, could you?
I guess.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Stop or
This
my
movie
mom will shoot.
No, that has Rambo in it for some reason. Rambo before he became a soldier.
Row Mama from the train.
No.
8 heads in a duffel bag.
No.
Come
Is
on.
it Rush Hour?
No.
Rush Hour 2.
No.
Rush Hour 3.
Back to the
No.
Rush.
Back to the lush. No, that doesn't count either.
All right, K-Tron, how about you give us another clue?
Sure, I'll give you a body count.
I like those.
Rock is
Bodies in the kitchens, bodies in the streets, bodies in the sewer, even under the sink. Bodies are all we ever see, so let's just count them up. Bodies, what you gonna be, so let's just count them up.
The body count, according to the Internet Movie Database, is 32. Thank God I didn't have to count. I will tell you, some of the ways that people die in this film are getting shot, a grenade explosion, car smash, an asphyxiation chamber, swimming pool execution, stabbed with an umbrella pole, chopped, ground up, drowned in a fish tank.
I'm very happy for this.
Most of them were people getting shot, though.
Is your movie
Drowning.
The Kingsman?
No.
Kingsman 2.
No, it's not the Kingsman 3.
No,
Yeah.
It's your movie Dirty Harry.
it is not.
I for some reason want to say Predator 2.
For some
That
reason, I'm
barely
just
counts.
picturing a T-Rex inside your car, and I know that's not the case.
No, not this time. It's not Theodore Rex. Damn it, I would have had an excuse to watch that movie.
Or no, Tina's T-Rex or T-Rex.
Tammy and the T-Rex.
Yeah, Tammy and T-Rex. That's what it is.
Hey,
Isn't
yeah,
like the
nothing.
boyfriend gets stuck in a robot dinosaur?
Yes.
All right, I'll give you some quotes to my movie, and that is, I've got something that looks like cheese, and I want your eyes, piggy.
Is your movie 7?
It is not 7.
Is it The Crow?
It is not The Crow. I did think of that for a buddy cop movie because The Crow is buddies with Ernie Hudson.
It wouldn't
Sure.
count because he's not a cop. He's The Crow.
Jet Mike, at a hard day at being a police officer, do you still wear your hat while in your underwear?
I have my hat tattooed on me, so in case it flies off, I have another one right under it.
Thinking ahead, this guy. Wow.
Oh, they're remaking The Crow.
No, they're not.
Sure.
Look, denial
Nope.
can only get us so.
Nope, they're not.
Denial can only get us so far.
I'm just counting it as one of the many sequels that have already disappointed people, so how bad could it be?
No, it's not a sequel.
See, every
Yes, it
sequel
is.
was good for a different reason. This is not a sequel. It is not a remake.
No, it is a sequel
it's-
to me.
it does-
It's like the
exist.
Bye Bye Man. We don't talk about it. We don't don't speak about it. Don't look at it. Don't say it.
Don't say it, don't think it.
Yep.
That's the motto. Don't say it, don't think it. I think it's funny that like everyone from the originals like, yeah, this sucks. Everyone came out of hiding just to say it sucks and moved on.
Well, I got a good one. What if? All right, hear me out.
God
Mhm.
no.
What if Brandon Lee comes back from the dead as the Crow to stop that movie from being made?
Oh.
That's so messed up.
Oh man.
He rolled over in his grave so hard he came out of it.
I'm just saying it would actually make sense, folks.
Oh.
That's no messed up. Oh, you're awful.
Well, speaking of people who have come back from the dead,
No, stop touching. Stop
Jet
talking
Mike,
about
you're
it.
up.
I don't even have my testicles either.
He lost them. He lost them during this conversation.
All right. I have some bad one-liners that kids probably love.
Ooh.
I think you better plan on some overtime tonight, Reno. Hey, I've got rights here. Sit your rights down. And then,
Right, okay.
get off me, you reject from the dog pound. And then, do you have a warrant? Do you have a problem? And then, the last, if he moves, bite him. And then, when that happens, Reno honks the dude's clown nose. And an
Yeah, I'm not
unintentional
seeing
one
this.
for the adults. Jake, we've got a make on 3 of the 4 guys you nailed last night.
Yeah, I have no clue what the
There
hell
was
this
a
movie
we
is.
gotta nail that guy in my movie, and I was like, man, they sure used to say that, and all I can think of is that they want to bang. So you
Wherever
got,
the red dot goes, you bang.
I know that you mentioned the Chuck Norris dog movie, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Obviously, is the dog named Jake and the man's named Reno? I don't know. Motherfucker.
I always pictured the
Re-
Chuck Norris dog movie as like when he was like slowly. It was like his first like not in theaters movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Chuck Norris the
My
dog.
film?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
My
the
film
other Chuck
wasn't-
Norris dog movie we're talking about.
Yeah.
Chuck
my
Norris
film,
the dog.
I actually do think there is two of them. I'm not mistaken.
this film was in theaters because I worked there at the time.
Oh,
Is this movie just called K9?
I already said
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
that.
I don't know who said what for what movie at this point. I don't
I
know.
could picture it's a white shaggy dog and everything.
I think K9's a Jim Belushi one.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. It's got to have some sort of dog pun into the goddamn name too. I don't know.
My shaggy partner.
McCrispy, how about you give us another clue?
I could. All right, I will.
Wait, is it my turn?
Nope, we're back into the actual order.
Aren't I number one?
McCrispy is last.
Okay, that's where we
You
are. Okay.
went, and then it was collector, and then it was
don't
jet fuel,
know.
and then it was me because I cheated and put myself last
Okay, all right, I got
because
you.
I thought you have already guessed this by now.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, McCrispy.
I'm sorry, child murder, torture, and a shitty blur effect.
I was gonna say, no, I'm surprised no one called me all these shitty clues yet. Oh, one of the officers has a nice talk with a therapist, like the police therapist that has his room. I guess they need therapy.
And did anybody say Lethal Weapon yet?
We've said all of them. Nope,
Okay.
everyone said
That-
Lethal
That
Weapon.
sounds so Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, therapy's only for Lethal Weapon.
Showtime?
Showtime. No. I
Your
said no.
movie. What about Bob?
No. What about him?
Nothing.
Is it 22 Jump Street?
No. And it's not 23 Jump Street either.
Is it 21 Jump Street?
No, not even 24 Jump Street.
Tungsten's therapist.
Anger management.
Dude, no. Just do any of you find it funny that like at the end those two's just jobs are infiltrating schools to break drug busts? No one else finds that funny?
No, man, that was the time.
All right. K-Tron, you're up, but how about we do Hail Mary? So, give a couple or whatever, and then if no one guesses your movie, that way we have time to talk about them.
So is this my last clue?
Yeah. I mean, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
give multiples if you want.
All right, yeah, I might give you a few.
This will be it. The last kukra.
I'll give you some more quotes. I never forget a body, doctor, is one.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Actually, there's one that says you're under arrest. You have the right to remain disgusting.
Oh,
One says, hey, you're hurt. And then the other person answers, lady, I'm fucking dead.
Is your movie Naked Gun 33 and a third?
No. Let's see.
that title hurt my brain to hear.
Part of my movie was used the same facility that is later used in Biodome. So the weird looking building is
That's
a
definitely one of the Naked Guns. Naked Gun 1.
pharmaceutical company in my film. Nope.
Is your movie Dead Heat?
Yeah, it's Dead Heat.
Oh, we got it. Woo.
Nice. Good moves.
Yep. I had to go a little harder. Jet might got me.
Perpetrators are heavily armed and work in pairs.
If you shoot them, they don't die. How do you wish this man killed?
Can't be a good cop if you're a dead cop. Here's your chance to prove him wrong.
You've got 10 to 12 hours tops.
I shouldn't have mentioned Biodome.
Yeah, and that was the Biodome clue. And certainly not the Lady I'm Dead.
They did do an episode of Sliders in that same Biodome building as well.
Really, yeah.
They filmed a film called Biodome in that.
And then Quinn Mallory makes out with the female version of Quinn Mallory from that dimension.
Hot.
But he didn't know.
So wait, Would that be self-cessed? We're not touching that. Never mind.
Self-obsessed.
Self-obsessed.
Oh, that's a
Well,
good one.
you see, when you have some urges. Yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
No, we're not touching that. We're gonna stop right there.
What if you could travel to parallel worlds? The same year, the same Earth, only different dimensions. A world where the Russians rule America. Or where your dreams of being superstar came true. Or where San Francisco was a maximum security prison. My friends and I found the gateway. Now the problem is finding a way back home.
I'll give you some clues to my movie. I'll give you a couple. For starters, here's some of the crimes committed in my movie.
Ooh.
Intimidating a witness, murder, parking in a handicap space, impersonating a police officer, assault, pulling a fire alarm, property damage, speeding, and reckless endangerment.
Sounds like every cop movie.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll give you the juicy ones now. There's massive Pepsi product placement in my movie.
It's your movie Cobra.
Oh!
Yes.
The robot is back in, gang.
Back in, baby. That's all you had to tell me. I know Cobra.
The whole time I was watching, I was like, why is there so much Pepsi? Actually, what started first was RC Cola. I was like, yes, RC Cola. And then there's just like a whole bunch of Pepsi. I'm like, no one wants Pepsi. We want RC Cola.
They could only afford to show it once, and then Pepsi's like, we'll do it for free, man.
It was more of RC Cola was in the background and Pepsi was just in your face, like Pepsi Man showing up. You know what I mean?
He actually showed up.
No, he didn't.
Pepsi Man. Next shows up, beats up all the Cobras.
Society is breeding a new kind of criminal. It's also breeding a new kind of cop. Meet Cobra. He does the job nobody wants.
Well, speaking of people that did actually fight the Pepsi Man, Jet Mike, you're up.
I have the scars to prove it.
Is it just bottle cap scars?
Yeah, and then I shouldn't. I won't say what I just thought of.
Oh, wait, hold on. So the Pepsi Man one. Sorry, I lost it. No, wait. All right. So speaking of men who actually collected all their Pepsi points and got the Harrier jet, Mike, you're up.
There's a documentary about that.
I don't have a house. I live in the jet.
That'd be so
That's
badass.
how he got his name.
Didn't they not have a jet, obviously, because no one thought that was possible?
Yes, they ended up having multiple lawsuits that went on for like 15 years over that jet.
Did he get it?
Yes, Jet Mike got his jet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy ending.
Introducing the new Pepsi Stuff catalog. Now, the more Pepsi you drink, the more great stuff you're going to get.
Sure beats the bus.
All right, so Jake, the human of the duo, Jake's mom knows too much about Hitler, and tells Jake that the next day is Adolf's birthday, and that probably is going to be when a Nazi group will strike.
I've seen this movie too. That's the worst part about this.
That's just so much to unpack there.
Somehow the police still can't make the connection that the Coalition for Racial Unity event is also happening that day.
This movie, Jake the Dog.
It is not Jake the Dog.
He just said Jake is the human.
Oh, Jesus. Listen, I've seen this movie. I could picture the box art. I just don't remember the name.
I know what Hitler's birthday is, though, but that's my cat's birthday, and it just so happens to be 420, so I'm just saying.
It also
it's an
is
easy
more
one
than
to
that.
remember.
It's more than
Well,
that.
it's also Columbine Day.
Yeah.
I was trying to make it like less sad and terrible, but no, go ahead, bring it back.
I didn't make the movie. Jet Mike is watching the movie where Hitler's birthday with the terrorists and doing a bomb, and there's a dog. I know the movie.
Is the dog? What's the dog's name? Just tell us what the dog's name is, unless it's the name of the movie.
No. If it's the name of the movie,
I
say
did
dog's
tell you the dog's name, Reno.
Reno is the dog's name.
Yeah.
Reno's also the movie name.
No.
He said it's not.
Jake and Reno's Adventures.
Yeah.
No.
Jake and Reno's Big Drug Bust.
It's a neo-Nazi thing they're fighting, not drugs.
Drake and Reno, April 20th.
Jake and Reno smoking doobie. All right, Jet Mike.
That's next week.
I don't think anyone's gonna guess this movie. Just go ahead and tell us what it is.
Yeah.
How many words is the title?
2.
Is it Top Dog?
Yes.
It is?
Oh my god.
Yes.
What? No. I'm the last
Oh,
one.
man.
Oh my god.
Sorry. You didn't have to tell me. You did.
Chuck Norris is Lieutenant Jake Wilder. When it comes to fighting crime, he's not clowning around.
You're under arrest, bozo.
But now, he's about to face the toughest, the most difficult, the most impossible challenge of his life. His new partner.
Her? No. Him.
Wait a minute.
What makes you think I'm gonna work with a mutt?
Right to the last minute, K-Tron.
Damn. I'm shaking in my
Well, I already guess
leather
somebody
boots.
else's. I guess yours.
You guessed mine, so it's just as of right now, it's McCrispy, and he still has to give us Hail Marys right now.
Oh yeah.
Yum. I'll take some of those.
Well,
not getting
McCrispy,
mine.
you might as well go ahead and tell us some Hail Marys, baby.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to think back to all the crimes in my movie because I really like that idea, and I'm not original, so it's even better. All right, there's corruption, planted evidence. I'm not sure what the actual crime of that's called, but there's planted evidence, drugs. I already said corruption, child murder, obviously, kidnapping, torture.
Is your movie Bride of Chucky?
No, let me finish. Is filming yourself doing a crime illegal? I don't think the act of just filming yourself is illegal. Obviously,
I don't think so. No, that's just something special for you.
yeah. I think one guy was like kind of implied to be pedophile. I don't know. His ice cream van was just covered in nude women, so probably pedophile. Yeah, we're gonna say that.
Oh no, your movie with the ice cream van. Your movie.
Oh no, I said too much. I said too much.
No,
I said too much.
I know it.
I said too much.
Stop it, McCrispy.
I
Stop
said
it.
too much.
It is one of the Hellraiser movies. Oh, what the fuck? Which one is it?
I don't know, man.
I know which one it is. It's with the guy from the commercials. It's the guy with the guy from the commercials.
I don't know, man.
It's gonna be one of the bad ones. Jet Mike, start from the bottom up.
No.
Inferno. Is it Hellraiser Inferno? No.
Wait, listen.
It's the one with the guy from Mayhem. The
No,
guy that
it's
plays Mayhem.
Inferno. You
Is
got it? It was Inferno.
Yes!
All hell is about to break loose again.
What do you want from me?
And this time, the battle between good and evil has a familiar face.
Welcome to hell.
Hellraiser Inferno.
Yeah. I flew too close to the sun with the ice cream van.
That's right, because my only notes was Child Molder Touchman.
Child motor touch, man.
Oh man.
What a ride, huh?
I bet you is Mulder from X-Files, Child and in Touch.
No, thank you.
McCrispy, you got too greedy there at the end.
I'm sorry. It was all worth it just to hear you say Child Touch Mulder.
That you would guess one of the Hellraiser movies would be the buddy cop film.
I
Scream,
would have been
McCrispy.
fine if I didn't mention the fucking ice cream van, apparently.
Well, K-Tron, you want to go ahead and give us some final thoughts about your movie?
Sure. So my movie is 1988's Dead Heat. Jet Mike, have you seen this movie?
Yes,
Do you enjoy this movie?
I do.
So this was something I saw, I don't know, advertised to me somehow. I watched the trailer and was like, holy shit, I need to watch this movie. Couldn't find it anywhere, so I ended up buying it before I even watched it. And it is so good. So this movie is a zombie buddy cop film. It is about these two partners, one of them being Joe Piscopo, who is somehow not the guy that turns into a zombie. One of them gets killed at this pharmaceutical place, which they just so happen to be resurrecting people to make super soldiers or something. And then he's a zombie. He's got like, I don't know, 24 hours to live or something, or 12. I don't even remember. And then they decide, all right, we got to go find out who's the one that made you this way, who's behind all this shit. So it is, Vincent Price is in this movie. It is weird and wacky. I believe they shot it in 37 days. Yep. 37 days, had a $5 million budget, and they only made $3.5 million back. So this did not do well. But it is so good. Go watch this movie, everybody. The one-liners are excellent. The practical effects are like have no reason to be as good as they are, because they've got all these dead people being shot up, but I guess as your body starts to decay because of the chemicals in it or something, it just like rots really weird. They fought this one guy that was definitely two faces sewn together. There's like just the corpses at the morgue look really good. There is a scene at a butcher shop in Chinatown where all of the animals get brought back to life and then they have to fight those. So they're fighting like a giant pig and then a butchered up cow carcass. All the ducks are like quacking from the like ceiling. The bucket of chicken wings is moving. It's so good. And there's a scene where you see somebody like just literally rot in front of one of the cops, and it looks excellent. A lot of squibs were used in this film. So if you don't know what a squib is, there's like small explosive devices that are often used in films with like a little blood packet wrapped around them. So someone having like a shirt, we'll say, with like bullet holes in it, they'll set off the squibs, so then like it'll be the small like explosion and then blood will come out, so it'll look like somebody being shot.
Most of the time nowadays, too, because it takes so long to set up, they don't do that anymore. Usually they just do the digital blood squirt and stuff, which is very annoying in my opinion.
Yeah, this was the time where they were certainly putting small explosions all over people. And you can tell in this film that that's happening because there's usually some padding underneath people because explosions are happening on their body. But yeah, definitely worth a shot. I believe it is available on Tubi right now. And it is a song with the name of the movie and the song at the end. So if all of that doesn't already entice you, like you get the song that's like dead heat, do the cops once dead, dead heat. And the guy knows he's dying. There's a scene at the library where they go do investigations and he gets freaked out reading obituaries. He's like, guys, I'm gonna die. So Joe Piscopo has to like convince him, like, yeah, but like you only got 3 hours to live, but like it's okay. We're gonna go find your killer. Like they kind of address some of the plot holes, and you're like, oh shit, yeah. And they're like, well, that's okay. We gotta finish this movie.
Oh, guys, dead heat in my head now.
See, that's all you need. Yeah, if you at least for the very least watch the trailer, but the gore in this movie is actually pretty awesome, and I'm surprised I haven't heard more people mention it, which was like maybe 2 people on the internet very recently.
All right. So my movie was Cobra. This This is a movie that I haven't seen before, even though I owned it. I just never got around to seeing it. I always wanted to or whatever. So in the process of me trying to figure out the name of that other movie that I wanted to watch, I was like, hey, wait a minute, Cobra. I should watch that. So it's very, very dark. It's very violent, very, lack of a better term, gory. It's just a lot of blood and stuff inside of it. It's not your typical buddy cop movie because there isn't a lot of humor in it, and there's actually not a lot of talking in the movie. It was really just like action scene. Let's go back to the precinct. Action scene. Let's go back to the precinct. But it was very good. Although the ending, like, so I watched it late last night and completely forgot what the ending was. I had to go back and watch it. I was like, oh wait, no, that's literally what I remember. So like, not a lot happens in this movie, but a lot happens at the same time. Basically, it's like this crazy like cult that's going on, and it's kind of based loosely off of Richard Ramirez kind of thing going on, whereas like in this case it was a cult with one leader, but going around killing people, and then one witness ends up seeing them do stuff, and now for some reason they're obsessed with just getting her, and that's pretty much the whole movie. But once again, very good, very dark. If you like Bridget Nielsen, you like 80s movies, and you like Stallone, who just essentially, I guess, he completely took over this movie, like just told the director what to do and everything, and then the movie went horribly over budget, and the director flipped out on Stallone and was just like, well, yeah, maybe if you stop showing off in front of your bodyguards and get your hand off Bridget Nielsen's ass, we could film something.
Oh, God.
So, if that sounds appealing, grab a Pepsi and watch Cobra.
Cobra, the only thing I can really remember is it having the best product placement I've ever seen. And that
Yes.
I don't mean like you can't tell. I mean like you can so tell, but all of it looks really cool. Because there's like a big neon Pepsi sign right outside his apartment.
Yes.
And there's a big fight in front of it, and it just looks badass. And there's also a shootout scene in front of this cool ass Pepsi display at like a supermarket.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it looks like a giant bottle of Pepsi, I think, pouring into a cup or something.
Yeah, so when that happens, I was like, oh, sweet, RC Cola. It's like 3 cans of RC Cola. And then the camera turns, and then it's just a Pepsi fountain. I'm like, yeah, Pepsi put some money into this movie.
It's one of those things like I think I can remember some really cool displays from my childhood that were like, oh wow, like that was really cool. Most of them I think were at liquor stores, which you probably shouldn't bring a child to, but like some of those like the
Different time.
advertisements there were very cool looking. But if I were to ever see that Pepsi fountain, like I would just stare at it. It's big plastic neon lights going. Oh,
Yes.
so cool. Wasn't there something with this movie that like Stallone, somebody wanted to do it, but then they changed it into something else?
Yes, so Stallone was originally attached for Beverly Hills Cop, and he was like, I don't want any humor in it. And they're like, well, that's not this type of movie, so they gave it to Eddie Murphy. Stallone basically was like, well, fuck you then, I'm making my own movie. He took a script from, it was like a book, but he changed everything about it and took all the humor out of it. And that's why there's like no dialogue in this movie. There's like maybe 10 sentences in this movie, and that's it. And
Who
then
was he friends with?
in the movie,
Yeah.
he's
Who's
part
his
of
buddy?
he's part of the zombie squad, and he has a partner that's with him. And the partner is the only one that could keep Cobra under control, sort of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of humor in it, but still, there's like no talking. It's literally like watching Judge Dredd. You know what I mean?
What was that movie, Drive?
Yeah, it's kind of like Drive.
Ryan Gosling.
So yeah, grab a Pepsi, watch Cobra. Jet Mike, go ahead and give us some final thoughts.
All right. So yeah, this is it's not the greatest movie for adults. It might be fun for kids. I think that
If you like Nazism, it's a great for kids.
I think it did so poorly at the box office because it was rated PG-13, and if they could have made it a PG movie, it probably would have made a lot more money. Interesting trivia thing that I found was, for the first time in 53 years, San Diego officials opened the famed Balboa Park bell tower to shoot several scenes. But the interesting thing is that tower hasn't been used since it appeared in Citizen Kane, which Citizen Kane to Top Dog just blows my mind that they let them use it for that.
If I'm not mistaken, too, this movie came out during the whole like mid-90s dog movie craze.
Yeah. I picked this because I worked at the theater when this came out, and I have never forgotten this kid that came in to see it. His dad gave him money, and he stood outside the theater, and the kid came in to buy the tickets in his Little League costume, and he was just like, "I'm 2 for Top Dog," in his little kid voice, and I thought it was just the most precious thing in the world. And I never watched the movie, but I always remembered that little kid.
And then you ask the kid his age, and he's like, "I'm 12." You're like,
Yeah, this is fucked up, buddy. So yeah, I as soon as the topic was told to me, I'm like, freaking Top Dog, and I never watched it, and I won't watch it again. But yeah.
I thought you were gonna say the kid came back and he was like, "That movie sucked, mister."
I hope he enjoyed it.
Jet Mike, the destroyer of dreams.
Can you give us some like dog stuff that happens in this movie?
Well, yeah, one of the time padding scenes was they actually went to a dog show. The grandson of the cop that got killed took the dog there, and so it was just all kinds of dogs all over the place. And then, of course, Top Dog is being a bad cop and like starts stealing other dogs' shit and is running away, and that's the comedy part. The dog would just do. The dog did a lot of the sleuthing and the stunt work and
and everything else.
Him and Chuck were the greatest martial arts team.
Did the dog do any martial arts?
He did dog fu, and would knock people down and hold them in place. And while Chuck was beating up other guys, they had Chuck down, and he was knocked out and crazy because all 10 guys beat him and he couldn't take him. But then Top Dog escaped, and he had like the codes or the map, whatever, to the bombs that they were placing. And he somehow evaded all of the people because he's a dog and he's smarter than us. So he saved the day while Chuck was knocked out.
That's why he's the top dog.
He is.
All right, McCrispy, how about you go ahead and give us some final thoughts about your movie?
Yeah, it's one of the later Hellraisers. So hey, so say, no, you like this. So say you want to watch Hellraiser, but you don't want to see Pinhead until like 5 minutes maximum screen time. Watch this or Hellworld. That's it. Just pick one of those. No, seriously, he like shows up like for maximum 5 minutes. If you took him out, it adds nothing. You could have just made the other guy the villain.
I think that's what a lot of those movies were, weren't they? Like scripts, and they were just like, "Oh, we can make this into a Hellraiser movie."
It was the Weinsteins doing that.
Yeah. So basically, we got this detective has an eye for details. He's really good at his job, and he's a dick who likes to do drugs and cheat on his wife.
Oh,
he plants evidence against his partner, and guess what? This adds nothing to the movie.
Is his partner his buddy? Who's his buddy?
I forgot his name because I'm bad at names. But,
it was the partner until that.
No, he was a partner. He did plant evidence against his partner because he went to a hotel room to do a hooker, and then he opened the box.
Do a hooker.
Yeah. Yeah, I said it correctly.
No,
and then
it was just the way you said it, I think.
And then he decided, I'm going to play with the box. So then the box opened, and then she just died. And because he had his partner investigate it, he planted evidence against his partner. So in case something happened, his partner would get the blame for it. Then this just never comes up again. It just doesn't come up again.
As far as the lesser Hellraiser ones, I thought this one was all right. in my opinion.
It's exactly what we came here for. There's cowboys. Oh no, there's Cenobite cowboys.
I still like to think that what's the guys that played Pinhead? I'm drawing a blank here.
Doug Bradley.
Yeah, Doug Bradley. I like to envision that he got paid a fucking shitload of money for the 10 seconds that he was in. Like the whole budget.
I hope so. He earned it.
Went to him. It was like $5 million for like "Welcome to Hell," and that was, you know what I mean? That's how I envision all those movies.
Listen. I looked at the script. I ain't being in this shit for oh, that much money? Okay.
Got Bob Sugar on the other line. I better hear you say it. Yeah, no. Show you the money. Not show you. Show me the money. Show me the money. Yeah. Louder. Show me the money. That's it, brother, but you got to yell. Show me the money. I need to feel you, Jerry. Show me the money. Jerry, you better yell. Show me the money.
Jet Mike, how do you feel about this one?
It's my least favorite of the first 8, probably because of the lack of Cenobite / Pinhead. Bradley said that's his least favorite also, probably because, again, no screen time. Yeah, I liked it as far as like, hey, this is a cool spin on a detective movie. But as a Hellraiser, you could tell it was just totally shoved in there.
Yeah.
And just not great. But what were the cops? Was that like Craig Sheffer and Leguizamo? Were they the 2 cops?
It was a guy that looked like John Leguizamo.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the acting wasn't bad and all that, just not as a Hellraiser movie.
Be honest, this movie would have been probably decent if it wasn't a Hellraiser movie.
Yeah.
I believe me and McCrispy watched it one time, and we just kept making jokes that it was a Mayhem commercial the whole time.
Like the guy with the raccoons in the attic thing?
Yes, sort of like that. Anything else, McCrispy?
No, but it's you and K-Tron, right? You guessed it? Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get the cards
weird
then, I
mix
guess.
of buddy cop movies. I'm just gonna
I know.
say. We can't be trusted that he's
Oh yeah, I was expecting a loophole, but no, this is surprisingly a pretty straightforward buddy cop movie in hindsight.
I figured Jet Mike would have done Tango and Cash. I just want to point that out.
Nice.
Too obvious. No one would have done that.
All right. Well, since me and K-Tron are still in it, we're gonna play a little game called Sudden Death.
Go on and place your bets. Prepare to lose, prepare to lose. Cause if you don't have something left, you'll be on the floor trying to catch your breath.
And Sudden Death is exactly like Killer Trivia, except this time the first person to answer wins and gets to pick a future movie topic.
Side note, this card sucks. I'm skipping this one.
All right, K-Tron, I'll let you pick the color this time.
All right, I have the cards, so just say a color, any color.
I never say it, so I'll go with blue.
Oh dear God! All right. The plot of what film is set in motion when the entire population of an English village falls unconscious?
Village of the Damned.
You got it. K-Tron won again,
That
despite
was
my best
England?
efforts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original one is English,
Oh.
not the 1990s version.
Yes, I've only seen that one. Just picturing Robert Redford going, brick wall.
Yeah. They all pass out, wake up pregnant.
What?
Wait, what?
It's a
That's what
completely
happens in
different
Village
movie.
of the Damned, yeah.
Even the
Everyone
dudes?
passes out, everyone capable of having a baby wakes up pregnant, and then
Even
they
the
give
dudes?
birth.
That was in the 90s one, too?
Yeah.
No.
Dude,
I
just
don't
remember going to
I
the
think so.
video store and just seeing a bunch of blonde kids. That's all I know.
Yeah, the
that's
original's
gotta
really
be
good too.
scary as shit. You just wake up and your stomach's freaking huge, like, oh dear God.
Not that like like you're 9 months later, not like very pregnant.
I just want to point out that I lost because K-Tron was thinking of a brick wall. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. It wasn't because I just
she was thinking of
researched the
entire
movies.
population gaining pregnancy. That's why she won.
K-Tron specializes in English pregnancy movies. That's her go-to for everything. So,
Oh, that's her
Got me.
topic. We're gonna have to pick that now.
well, K-Tron, do you have a idea for a future topic?
Yeah, I'm thinking like I think I want to go horror in the woods movie. Woods horror movies.
So horror movies that take place in the woods. Is there any
Yeah.
other stipulations?
I know it doesn't narrow it down much, but no, I think that's what I'm going for. Most of it has to take place in the forest.
And has to
not
be
like
scary.
they go to a forest for a moment, drive through it.
So just
Yeah.
in the forest,
Has
through
to be
the
scary.
trees. You can't smell your own shit on your knees.
That was clever. You
That's
know
not
what?
exactly
I can't
what
even make fun of that. I can't even make fun of that. That was great.
It's through the forest, above the trees, within my stomach, scraped off my knees, and then there's like a bunch more like super sexual stuff that I'm not gonna say.
And then there's shit up to my knees.
Yeah, no, that's not part of the song. It's not the lyrics that Trent Reznor wrote for Closer.
All right. Well, with that being said, K-Tron, you want to tell everyone what police department you belong to?
Sure, and actually, Jet Mike is a partner of mine in that department. We
Did you say you
are-
guys are buddy cops, huh?
You could say that. We are in the Midnight Romero Society. That's MIDNITE. Midnight Romero Society being a group of film enthusiasts and friends who watch movies, make articles about movies, and I don't know, try to get more people to watch movies in general. We do have a website. It's midnightromerosociety.org. Again, that's MIDNITE.org. And you can see articles that we've written on there, some listicles, some of our old podcast episodes, some merch if you want to check that out. Just overall some fun stuff. Anything you'd like to add, Gemma?
Thank you for anybody who does look at it. I love the articles. If anybody likes horror conventions, my series is about my time working at them, and it gives you some behind the scenes stuff on how difficult it is to run a horror convention.
The answer is difficult.
You can find us all up on the interweb. We're on Twitter at MysteryMoviesMad, on Instagram at MysteryMovieMadness. You could Google us. We pop right up. McCrispy, you got anything?
I'm going to jail.
Why? What did you do in the past 5 minutes so you're suddenly going to jail?
I broke in and drank the deep fire again.
Okay.
Why did you develop a southern accent?
This time they were doggone ready for me.
His inside's got Kentucky Fried.
I'm on parole currently.
What was your
How'd
first
you get
crime?
on parole?
The exact same thing, except at a different KFC.
Oh, okay.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Better stop, Ryan. Coming for you. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.